So now that we've learned how to do our bubble letters, I'm going to show you how to shade them. In this example, I used a combination of crayons for this purple part, and then the outside, I just used a regular marker for the solid outlines. To get this faded look, you could also just use regular pencil. In this example, I just took a regular number 2 and used it for the shading, and then used a black pen to do the outside. So I'm going to show you a couple different ways that you can get this effect in your art. So the key to shading is really the pressure that you use. So if I press harder with this green crayon, I'm going to get a darker shade. Then when I press a little bit lighter, I get a medium, and if I press very lightly, it's going to make a light shade of green. The key for shading our letters is going to be to slowly lighten up the pressure as we're coloring to get this gradual transition from dark at the top down to light at the bottom. So as I color this A, I'm going to press hard at the very top to give me my darkest color of green. And then as I get farther down my bubble, I'm going to press a little bit lighter to make the color get a little bit lighter slowly until I'm pressing very, very lightly down at the bottom to get a light shade of green. Now, I don't want to leave white spaces along the edge here, so make sure that you're filling in the entire bubble or the entire space of your letter. And there you go. Now for this next example, I'm going to be using just a regular number 2 pencil, and it's the same kind of idea, pressing harder and then getting gradually lighter as I shade. Now notice that I've left space on my pencil. I don't have my fingers all the way up near the tip. I've kind of slid back a little bit, which is going to help me get better control of the pressure as I shade. So here on the top of my B, I'm pressing nice and hard with my pencil, making sure that I'm filling in the sides and not leaving a lot of white space, and then slowly getting lighter as I move down the bubble to have the color fade from dark to light. Now for this last letter here, I'm going to use some colored pencils, which is actually my favorite art material to shade with. Just like with the number 2 pencil, it's important to slide your hand back, don't hold it too close to the tip. And then we're going to press down hard at the top of this letter C, and then slowly make our pressure lighter as we move down the letter. Now, one of the things that I like to do, which I'll show you here in a second, is actually a double shading. So I'm going to take a second colored pencil, and I'm going to repeat the process by flipping the paper upside down and shading the green on top of the blue. So pressing harder at the top and then slowly getting lighter as I move down, and then blending the 2 pencils together for this really cool double shaded effect. Well, and there you go. 3 different ways to add shading to your picture.